One and corno horn is a mythological creature described as having a long, straight horn extending from his forehead. And it doesn't matter.
Sir, you're thinking of something that is probably 20 years old.
Huh?
Look at the world's oldest dictionary.
Why does it matter about the world's oldest dictionary?
Because that's the original source.
Would be...
Dude, are you just so full of it, dude? Yeah, why should we look at what ancient texts say about a certain word? Okay, for example, gay, gay 30 years ago. Look, gay 30 years ago meant, happy. Now, what does it mean now?
Yes, I know that.
You have to go look at what it used to mean.
Yeah. You're taking everything we say out of context.
Who just said that?
You gotta admit, atheism is pretty gay. Be honest, isn't atheism gay? When you think gay, you think atheism. Because every gay person that I know, they're like atheists. By the way, are you guys atheists?
Well, I have a friend who's a lesbian, but she's just a deist.
I just want to shock. Do you know how to debate properly at all? I mean, is this just you on the internet around your friends? Do you know
if you want to do a proper debate, yeah, if you want to do a proper debate, you can't be cutting the people off and stuff. But here's the thing. So I'm trying to let you guys talk about what is the strongest evidence that proves atheism is true, because I had to leave atheism because there really is no proof and evidence that it's even true or accurate.
How many times do you have to point out that that kind of question and challenge is meaningless?
Well, I love when you guys run from it, because I hope you continue
what it means.
not. I hope you continue not.
You are closing your mind. When we talk to you, in a sense, you are plugging your ears and not listening.
I'm listening.
Okay, guys, you understand that by your logic, I can disprove math? Look,
it's not a matter of true and false.
Okay, let's assume you guys are mathematicians. Prove to me that 2 plus 2 is 4.
Oh my gosh, Luca, you're going mad. Listen, relax. One of you guys, give us your strongest argument why atheism is true, because I had to leave it because it was all based on blind faith. No proof, no evidence, nothing.
The idea of
go ahead.
is the fact that you cannot prove that God is real.
Well, actually, we already have, man. We've been through this. 95% of the world admits God exists. It's been proven. It seems 95%.
If 95% of the world thought it was right to go and drown themselves in their bathtub, would you go and do it too?
It's proven. You can't say it's not proven, though. So
if 95% of the world drown themselves in their bathtub, then I can say it's proven that it's okay to do it.
No, we're not asking about murder. You're asking about God existing.
You're taking the number of people.
95%. Your question
You're taking the amount of people and saying that it's true because more people believe it.
Your question, then rephrase your question. Your question was, it's not proven, when in fact, it is proven. 95% of the world right now is all of us are... Wait a minute, let me finish.
That is only proof that 95% of the people believe in deity.
Mosaic, Luca.
The majority of the people in my town are all wiggers. Does that mean I should go out and dress with my fucking shirt down to my knees?
Listen, I know you're mad because you've realized atheism is wrong, but let me finish my sentence.
No, because you don't know how to debate.
When you say, look, if we're going to talk, let me finish and I'll let you finish. When you make a claim that there's no evidence God exists and no one there's no proof and evidence.
And your claim that God does exist.
What I do is I look at have people believe that they've seen proof and evidence of God's existence. Let's look at it. 95% of the world will tell you, yes, I believe God exists. It was proven to me. However, atheism, 2.3% of the world believes atheism is correct. So why do you think you guys are struggling so hard to get people to take on your worldview? I'm going to tell you why. When you have people like Luca that's talking about unicorns, no one's going to take you guys seriously. When you say, I don't have to prove that atheism is true, no one's going to take you seriously. You guys need to really...
It's not a matter of true and false.
Hey, I don't want you to go ahead and even try harder proving atheism. I love the way you guys are doing it because that's why you're always going to be 2.3% of society.
Shock, can I please talk now? Please. Fact why 95% of the world believes is because of religious indoctrination. You guys teach your children about God from the very beginning. from the very beginning, when they can even hear you, you talk to them about God. And
But
of
you
course,
say
all
you-
it takes is for them not to question their belief, and when asked, they'll say they believe in God. There's no
Oh, man.
proof of
Didn't your
absolutely
parents
anything.
I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
No,
Didn't your
even
parents?
better.
You told me your parents told you about God, but now you're an atheist. So that strikes down that
That was
argument.
me.
And also, well, you
No,
did
my
too.
parents
So
personally
obviously
didn't.
you
My
can't say
parents were
that because
agnostic.
both of you guys have written. Okay,
No,
let me
my
ask you guys
parents
a
were
question, a
agnostic.
moral question. Let me ask you guys a moral question. Do you believe, and I don't mean to bash gays or anything, but do you believe, you've read the story about Sodom and Gomorrah where there were gays there, homosexuals, and other people that got killed. Do you believe? Because I want to. This is a question of moral absolutes. Do you believe? Because I do, that God was right and just to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Do you guys believe he was evil to do that, or good? And if he's evil, then why was he evil to do it? Because I say
you're
he was
implying that
moral,
in that question
right, and
you're
just to
asking
do
us.
it.
In that question, you're asking us if God does something, which implies that God is real and he actually did do something, which I couldn't agree to. But if you're asking me if I think or being homosexual is okay, is that fair to ask? Can I answer that
No,
question?
that wasn't the question. Let me repeat it. Please just
Okay, go ahead.
When he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, was he right to do
Hypothetically.
that, or was he wrong? And if he was wrong, why was he
Who
wrong?
was Sodom and Gomorrah?
Oh my God, dude! You're gonna sit there and tell me the Bible's not true, and you don't even know what that is?
None of
Wow.
these guys have read the Bible, Mike.
Someone-
I already talked to them.
This
None
is
of them have
comical,
read
dude.
it.
This is just comical. I'm serious.
That is like me saying you're not allowed to
They
disbelieve
haven't read the
Quran or
Bible,
the Torah
and
just
yet
because
they're
you didn't
arguing
read it.
against Christians.
I read
Right.
the beginning of the Bible, and it was enough.
Oh wow.
Luca.
Most atheists will say that by reading the Bible, you become an atheist, just with an
Okay,
open
let me
mind.
ask Luca, man, since he's more chatty. Luca, in your opinion, let me tell you what happened in the Bible. And there's good proof that Sodom and Gomorrah really was destroyed. It was on the Science Channel.
Exactly.
It was on Nat Geo Channel. They were showing it. The historical place they believe was Sodom and Gomorrah. So, Luca, when God destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah and everyone got killed, was that good or evil of God? Because the people were wicked.
I don't know what that... Could you explain the tale
So what,
to
he
me?
killed a bunch of
Who were
homosexuals?
Sodom and Gomorrah?
The people were wicked. Biblically, they were wicked in a lot of ways more than homosexuality. But when he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, morally, was God just and right to do that? I say yes. He's the giver of life. He can give it and take it away. I can't, and you can't. So how do you guys get around trying to judge God? How can you say he was immoral
I don't...
when...
let's say I could agree. I could say, well, I guess it was okay if they were actually evil. If they were actually being bad, I guess God kind of had the right. But of course, God should have prevented the evil instead of just exterminating it after he let it exist. That's my view on it.
Okay,
See,
that was a
God
good
letting
answer.
evil
Now,
to exist to me seems like he's incompetent. Kind of goes against being
now, do you...
omnipotent.
Luca, what do you think? How should God have handled it when the people have free will? If you were God, what would you do? Give them their own little city and let them just...
Yeah, I would let them do all the good choices. But let's say if I thought something was bad, I would just ban them from doing it. So they could choose to do anything that was good, but couldn't choose to do the things that would get them damned.